Which one do you hear?
That is embarrassing! That is embarrassing! That is embarrassing!
All of them, right? Depending on which one you're looking at. That was a cool challenge. And I am here to challenge your English listening skill. I've got 10 questions for you, from easy to difficult. And this is one of my most challenging quizzes. Let's see how many you can answer. First, I will show you one multiple choice question. Then you will listen to the audio. And finally, I will show you the correct answer and the part of the script where you can find the answer. So let's go with the first one. Question 1. What is the speaker going to drink? Coffee, tea, orange juice, or water? Let's listen.
Mornings are tricky for me. Most days I'd reach straight for a coffee, but the doctor told me to cut back. So I'm trying to stop. A nice cup of tea then? No, we've completely run out. There's orange juice in the fridge though, and I love juice in the morning. So I poured a big glass, took the first sip, and that one's going straight down the sink. So it's the old reliable tap water for me again.
And the correct answer is water. This was an easy question, but it was a tricky audio file because you could hear all the 4 options, but only one of them is correct. And as you can see from the script, the speaker said, I usually go for coffee, but my doctor said no. A cup of tea would be nice, but we don't have it anymore. We've run out. And orange juice, great, let's do it. Oh, that's bad. It goes down the sink. So you're left with the last option, water. And you see, this is called tracking and rejection, which is you keep tracking the information, but the speaker keeps rejecting the correct answer. It's like you hear tea. Okay, yes, tea. Oh, no tea. Oh, coffee. No, doctor said no. Oh, juice. Oh, it was bad. Track and rejection. And this is a technique that is used a lot in exams and in IELTS test. Okay, enough talking. Let's go to question number 2. How did the speaker travel to work today? By car, by train, by bike, on foot? Let's listen.
My car's at the garage till Thursday. That awful grinding noise again. So, the train. Except there's a strike on, naturally. Right then, I'll walk. It's only 40 minutes, can't hurt. Grabbed my coat, got to the end of the road and within 2 minutes I was turning straight back, soaked to the skin. So my flatmate dug her old bicycle out of the shed, lent it to me, and I made it in just fine.
And the correct answer is by bike. Look at... There was a fly I had to go get rid of. And the correct answer is by bike. Look at the script. This was quite tricky. So the speaker said, my car's at the garage, not available. Trains are on strike, not available. So I'm gonna walk. And the speaker goes out and walks and then regrets and comes back. And then the last option, bicycle. So you see, the audio is trying to trick you into choosing on foot. The speaker commits to the action, goes out on foot, regrets, comes back, reverses the action, and then chooses another option. And this is called commit and reverse technique. The speaker will pick an option, does it, regrets, go with another option. I'm telling you all the techniques that are used in exams so that you can be fully prepared if you are ever applying for an exam. Okay, let's go to the next question. What was the weather like during the speaker's walk? Sunny and warm, snowing, raining, or windy but dry? Let's listen.
I checked the sky before I left. Looked perfectly clear. So I left the umbrella by the door. No need. Famous last words. I was barely 10 minutes out when my hair started dripping and my socks did that horrible squelch the whole way home. Still, the garden won't need watering tonight, so there's that.
And the correct answer is raining. Now, look at the script. Can you find and underline the answer here? The answer directly does not exist in the script. You have to understand it from the situation. So the speaker says, I left the umbrella, I went out, I was barely 10 minutes out when my hair started dripping and my socks did that horrible squelch the whole way home. What do you understand from this situation, from the description? My hair was dripping. It's like, what was it dripping with? Water, right? And my socks were wet. So how was the weather? You need to understand from the situation that it was raining. This is another technique in listening tests called inference from evidence. You see the evidence in the text and you have to understand the correct answer. Okay, let's go to the next one. How many people will be at the dinner? 6, 7, 8, or 9? Let's go.
Let me saw the head count. I invited 8 guests. Table for 8. Simple. Then Marco rang. He and his wife can't make it, so scratch 2, down to 6. Oh, but my sister is bringing her new boyfriend. Back up to 7. 7 it is. Hang on, am I not eating this year? Lay a place for me too. 8 after all.
8. And I think this was one of the easiest ones, right? Because if you look at the script, the last thing the speaker says is 8 after all. But look at the final line in general. The speaker says 7 it is. So the speaker counts and finally says, okay, so we're 7. 7 it is. But the speaker reverses and says, hang on, what about myself? So 8 after all. Again, another example of commit, like giving a number, and reverse, saying, oh no, wait, that's not the right one. The right one is another one. You see, I'm giving you all the tricks they are using in listening tests, huh? Take note of these tricks. Let's go to the next one. How does the speaker really feel about the new cafe? Impressed, unimpressed, no strong opinion, or can't wait to go back? Let's listen.
The new cafe? Honestly, you have to go. No, really you do. I waited 25 minutes for a coffee that cost more than my lunch, served by someone who looked personally offended that I'd walked in. The chairs are designed so you physically can't relax. But the lighting? Beautiful. I'll be recommending it to absolutely everyone I don't like.
And the correct answer is unimpressed. I loved this audio file because if you look at the script, the first line says, honestly, you have to go. And it continues by saying, no, really, you have to. So you would say that, yeah, the speaker is really impressed or can't wait to go back. But the reality is that this is sarcasm. And sarcasm is when you say something that you don't actually mean it, and what you mean is totally the opposite. So you say, no, really, you must go. You have to go. I went there and I waited for like a day.
I'm being sarcastic.
What I really mean is, don't go. Or look at the last line of the script. The speaker says, beautiful. I'll be recommending it to absolutely everyone I don't like. So it's like, if I don't like you, I would recommend it to you because it's a bad place. So the speaker is unimpressed. See, the technique used here is sarcasm. And even though the speaker says something, they mean the opposite. And you usually pick up sarcasm from the tone of voice, right? All right, let's go to question number 6. Questions are getting more and more challenging as we go on. Why did the speaker stay home? The weather was bad, she was feeling ill, her trip was canceled by the company, or she was waiting for a delivery. Are you ready? Let's go.
Bags packed, alarm set. I was absolutely going on this trip. Then I woke up feeling really under the weather. The proper rough kind. And the thought of 6 hours on a coach like that? No. I told myself I'd push through, even got as far as putting my shoes on, and then just crawled back under the duvet with a hot water bottle. Rebooked for next month.
The correct answer is she was feeling ill. And if you look at the script, this part shows you the correct answer. I woke up feeling really under the weather. And you see, if you don't know the meaning of this idiom, feel under the weather, you will not be able to answer this question. This is called an idiom gate. That means the idiom shows the answer and acts as a gate. If you don't know the meaning of that idiom, you cannot open the gate and choose the correct answer. It's an idiom gate, another technique that they sometimes use. So feeling under the weather means feeling a bit ill, and that shows option B. Next question. What happened to the wedding? It was postponed to a new date. It went ahead as planned, it was cancelled completely, or it was made smaller. Let's go.
So the wedding's off. 2 weeks before the date? Can you believe it? Everyone assumed they just push it back a few months. The relatives were already penciling in new weekends. The venue offered them spring. But no, There's no new date coming. They've called the whole thing off and gone their separate ways. The 400 invitations are in the recycling.
And the correct answer is it was cancelled completely. Easy to understand what the speaker says, but if you don't know the meaning of a phrasal verb here, it may be difficult to answer correctly. And the phrasal verb is call something off. They have called the whole thing off, which means they've totally cancelled it. We're getting to the last 3 questions. High level, very challenging. Let's see how you can do it. What is the speaker advising her friend to do? Act now before the chance disappears? Wait and think it over carefully? Get other people's opinions first? Or forget the opportunity? Let's listen.
You want to sleep on it? I get it. And 99 times out of 100, I'd tell you to wait, weigh it up, don't rush. Honestly, that's my usual line. But not this time. The gallery only holds a spot until Friday. Strike while the iron's hot. Chances like this don't knock twice.
The correct answer is option A. Act now before the chance disappears. And there is a reverse technique. If you look at the first part of the script, the speaker says, 99 times out of 100, I would tell you to wait and weigh it up. But not this time. See, it totally reverses what they were saying. And there's a very nice saying, strike while the iron's hot. It means take the chance right now. Don't hesitate. Don't wait. Let's go to question number 9. What is the real problem with the company? I want you to listen very carefully, okay? Because it has some specific business vocabulary. Let's see if we can do it. It isn't making enough sales. It's spending cash faster than it earns it. It has too many employees, or its product is out of date. Let's listen.
Everyone keeps congratulating me on the numbers. The top line's up, revenue's climbing year on year, and you'd think, great, we're winning. I almost believed it myself. But the thing keeping me up at night isn't sales, it's the burn rate. We're getting through cash far faster than it's coming in, and at this run rate, the runway's maybe 5 months. We could double sales tomorrow and still hit the wall.
The correct answer is option B. It's spending cash faster than it earns it. But how can you get to this answer? If you look at the script, you will find jargon. That is technical, specific vocabulary about a particular field. In this case, it's business. And we can see some words such as burn rate and runway.
So hot in here.
So burn rate is the amount of cash that you are burning. That is the amount of cash you are using month over month in order for the business to survive and to grow. And a lot of businesses burn cash in order to grow. That means they are just investing. They're not earning, they're investing, they're spending money. They are burning. And then there's this thing called runway. Now, if you are burning cash, you can't do it forever, right? At some point in the future, the cash is going to run out and the business is going to collapse. How long can you burn money? So with your current burn rate, the number of months you can survive by just spending money without earning anything is called your runway. Let's say you have enough money to survive for the next 6 months, and after that, there's no more money. That is called a runway, and your runway is 6 months. And from the script, you can see that the speaker says, the thing keeping me up at night isn't sales, it's the burn rate, because they're spending a lot of money and they're not earning as much. Okay, I talked too much. Let's go to the last question. Are you ready? By the way, if you want to join me and start improving your English for free, you can join my free English mini course by scanning this QR code or the link above this video. Okay, let's continue. Question 10, the last question. What does the speaker believe will actually happen to the project? It will succeed and be praised. It will quietly fail despite the official optimism. It will be cancelled tomorrow, or it has already been finished. Let's go.
Officially, the project's flying. Full steam ahead, glowing slides at the all hands, everyone clapping. And for a second in that meeting, I thought, maybe I've been too cynical. Maybe it really is fine. Then I looked around. The people who championed it have gone very quiet. The budget's been quietly reallocated. Nobody's putting milestones on the calendar anymore. No one will ever stand up and call it dead in the water. It'll just wither on the vine while everyone looks the other way.
The correct answer is, it will quietly fail, despite the official optimism. You see, there is a reverse technique here that the speaker used in order to trick you. In the first part of the script, the speaker says, officially the project is flying, the slides are very good, everyone's clapping. And for a second, I thought maybe I am being too cynical. Maybe I'm not being optimistic enough. Maybe I'm very pessimistic about the project. But then, here's the reverse part. Then I looked around, then I noticed everyone's quiet, then I noticed the budget is being reallocated. And then there are two idioms. Dead in the water and wither on the vine. Dead in the water means it's not going anywhere. And wither on the vine is showing slow death by neglect. So the correct option is the project is quietly dying. All right, guys, it is your turn. Go to the comments section and let me know, and let everyone else know, how many correct answers did you get? I'm gonna check every single response. So go to the comments now. See ya.